All right, my friends, had a couple of people ask me if I could get on the whiteboard and show the difference between spousal and survivor benefits on Social Security. I definitely want to do that. I'm actually going to give you the 3 different options. You got your own benefit, you got your spousal benefit, and you got your survivor benefit. Now, both of these can apply even for divorcees, all right, or widowers if you're even a divorced widower. All right, so just remember, if you've been married a certain amount of time, survivor benefits, I think it's 10 years. Actually, I think both are 10 years. And I think about it off the top of my head, I can't remember. But I think it's 10 years. If you've been married 10 years and you haven't remarried before 60, you have access to both these guys. I can't remember the spousal benefit of it. I know for a survivor benefit, you got to be married 10 years, can't be remarried before 60 to have access to your ex-husband's, who's since died, widow's benefit or survivor benefit. I don't remember the spousal so much. But anyway, either way, you can look at it. That's not the point of this. But remember, you got your 3. You got your spousal, your survivor. You have to be married at some point or married right now. And if you're a divorcee, you have to be married for a certain amount of years. And then you got your own benefit. All right, so your own benefit is simply you got your PIA, and you got your early, and then you got your late. All right, so PIA is 100% of your, that's your full retirement age, or your primary insurance amount. That is what it is. Your Social Security record will say you get $2,200 a month, Mrs. Smith, at your full retirement age at 66 or 67, depending on how old you are. That's your PIA, your $2,200 a month. You can take it early, which depending on your age will be reduced by 30%. It'll be 70% of your PIA, or it could be 75% depending on when you're born. And you can take it late, which will be 132% of your PIA or 124% of your PIA. And the late is just at 70 years old, and that's at 62, and that's at 66, we'll just say for simplicity. All right, so that's your benefit. That's your retirement benefit. Pretty cut and dry. I don't want to say simple. It is simple for me because I've been talking about it for so long, but pretty cut and dry. It probably isn't simple for you, and that's okay. We got tons of videos on that. Spousal benefit, on the other hand, is completely different. A spousal benefit is you get half of your spouse's PIA. Now, I cannot stress this enough. You do not get half of your spouse's benefit. You get half of your spouse's PIA. So if your spouse's benefit goes like this, all right, we'll say early, $1,500. We'll say PIA, $2,200. I'm just literally making these numbers up. We'll say late, $3,000. All right, so let's just say that's the case. Your spousal benefit is half of this. 1/2 of PIA, or in this case, $1,100 a month. Now, if you claim it early, it will be reduced depending on how early you claim it, if early. All right, so your spousal benefit is 1/2 of your spouse's PIA, regardless of when your spouse takes it. If you claim it early, it's going to be what? I mean, that's all there is to it. But that's if you claim it at your full retirement age. If you claim it early, it could be reduced, but it cannot be more. Will not grow beyond full retirement age. I cannot stress that enough. Your spousal benefit does not grow beyond half of your spouse's PIA. So if I'm saying, hey, my spousal benefit is $1,100, I'll wait till I'm 70, and that way I can get an extra 8% a year. No, sirree, Bob. It doesn't work like that. However, it can be reduced if you take it early. I hope that makes sense. That's a big deal, and I think a lot of people mistake that of how it works. So, all right, so that's your spousal benefit. Now, it doesn't matter when your spouse takes it. It just matters, and in fact, even on your if you're a divorcee, it doesn't matter either. It just matters when you take it for your spousal benefit. So let me just write that down. No more than 1/2 PIA of spouse. It will never be more than that. All right, that makes sense? So your spousal benefits no more ever than 1/2 of your spouse's PIA. Own, we already talked about. It could be early, it could be reduced, could be PIA, or it could be greater. Your survivor benefit is a whole different ballgame here, my friends. Your survivor benefit is based on the amount of money your spouse was receiving when, we'll just say, he died. All right, so if he was receiving $3,300 at his death, you will get that right there. So as a survivor, you will get it. We'll just say, I should be smiling because your husband just died. But anyway, at 30, you'll get $3,300 at his. If he was receiving $3,300, you will get that. That's the way it works. Now with the survivor benefit, the nice thing is you still can do a couple of things to manipulate it. You do not need, like with a spousal benefit, when you go down to Social Security, they're going to deem you essentially to take in the most of your benefit or your spouse's benefit. It's contingent that your spouse has already filed and claiming benefits. If your spouse has not claimed benefits, you cannot get spousal benefits. It's just you can't. If your spouse has not claimed, you cannot get spousal benefits. All right. If your spouse has claimed and you go to Social Security and you're like, I want my spousal benefit, they're going to say, well, your benefit is higher than your spousal benefit, and they're going to give you that. So you don't have any option there. That's just because of the new rules of 2015. Survivor benefit is different. Survivor benefit, you can take your own benefit and allow your survivor benefit to grow. You can take your survivor benefit and allow your own benefit to grow, which is probably going to be what more people do. I'm not sure. That might be what more people do. Let's just say you're 62 years old, and that would be reduced to some degree. Off the top of my head, I can't remember how much, but it would be reduced if you're too young. But let's just say you're 62 years old, and we're going to say that's reduced by 25%. And I'm just pulling it. We'll use a calculator here. So you're 62 years old. You're like, man, my husband's getting $3,300 a month. But I don't get $3,300 a month. If I take it now, it'll be reduced by 25%. So I'm going to get $2,475 a month. All right. So I'm 62 years old. Now, but you're sitting there thinking, all right, but I can get $2,500 a month as my PIA. 25 is my PIA. So does it even make sense to take that? And the answer is absolutely, because what's going to happen is, but yes, you already get a reduced benefit there, but this guy is still growing by those 8% per year delayed earnings credit. So after 4 years at $2,500, you get 1.32%. That'd be worth $3,300 there. So basically, you're getting a reduced survivor benefit while you're allowing your own benefit, your own earnings record to grow with 8% delayed earnings credits. You can take one without declaring for the other. Unlike a spousal benefit, you can't. You got to understand that, my friends. That's critical, important to know. And you go the other way around, too. You say, I won't want my survivor benefit now because I don't want to be reduced by that much. I'll just take my own benefit. And you can absolutely do that. So the issue is you have the choice in taking one or the other. And it's just a matter of timing. What's the best way to do it? And there's a lot going on. And the unfortunate thing is the Social Security office, a lot of times, they're not going to know, especially when it comes to survivor benefits. A lot of people hear spousal benefits as opposed to survivor benefits, and just got to understand, you cannot get increasing spousal benefits after your PIA. It does not work like that, no matter what anybody says. Secondly, no matter what anybody says, when your spouse dies, you can step into his benefit regardless of what your benefit was. You can. That's just a fact. Now, it will be reduced if you're under your full retirement age. I get that. But you can do that for sure. And there are some mechanisms to think about there. But it's not being from his PIA. It's just, I'm telling you, it's not. You got to understand how this stuff works. And the best thing to do is just make sure you read up on, because socialsecurity.gov has a lot of good info in there. So just make sure you read up on this stuff before you get too deep and just listen to what Social Security or some financial advisor from Ed Jones or something like that. Because a lot of those Ed Jones guys, a lot of financial advisors generally, they're not students of the business. It doesn't mean they're bad people or they're mean or evil. It just means they just don't know. And if they don't know and you're listening to them guide you, that's scary. All right, we'll see you next time.